welcome back. Hi, Daisy.
Hello, how are you then?
Good, thank you. Welcome back, everyone. So, this is Monday, and this is Leisure Support. We're back for another edition of our live support sessions. So, if you guys have any questions, you can drop the questions in the comments, and then we'll get back to you during the live. We've got a special guest today, so Daisy is here from Leisure Support. So,
Hello everyone.
yeah.
Nice to be here.
First time on the show?
Yes, first time.
Yeah.
It will be the first
In
time.
front of the camera, at least, because
As well.
behind the camera. Yeah.
Yes, as well.
Cool. So yeah, Daisy and I will be answering all your questions. So guys, don't hesitate. We got quite a bit of questions in the chat, and so we'll go one by one. It would be also nice if you guys could let us know if you can hear us properly. Okay, if the sound is good, you can see us properly. No technical issues, and then we will start. So actually, what is the first question?
Let's start. The first question is from Rohit Dutta. Is there a way to re-verify and revalidate the passphrase? So basically, actually, when you set up your passphrase, you will not be able to re-verify it again. It will be displayed once, even if you choose attach the PIN code option or the temporary passphrase option. So there's no tool to re-verify it. However, if you mean your PIN code, you can actually change the secondary PIN code. If you choose the attach the PIN code option,
Okay.
when you're setting up your passphrase, you can change it. But however,
Okay.
re-verifying
So
passphrase.
it's not like the recovery phrase where there's like this recovery app where you can put
Verify it.
you can't do this with the passphrase, right?
Yeah, with the passphrase, unfortunately, yeah.
Okay.
You cannot.
Do you have any tips for folks that want to use a passphrase? Like in terms of, what would you recommend for people that use a passphrase?
Oh yeah, I would really recommend to be careful choosing the word because it will be also sensitive to the capital words. So I will be really careful choosing it and writing down and just re-verifying when you're writing the word. And also personally, I use attach the PIN code option. I find it much more easier, to be honest, to just change the secondary PIN code and access to your kind of secret accounts.
Okay.
So
Because temporary, it's kind of annoying, right? You have to retype the passphrase every single time. And
yeah, every single time, because whenever your device locks, actually it will just kind of erase the temporary passphrase. So you need to set it up again, your existing passphrase,
yeah.
to access back your accounts. Otherwise, if you try to manage those accounts, you will receive an error code like something went wrong.
Yeah, just something went wrong.
That
Terrible error message.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, hope that answered the question. We can move to the. It's a huge question in many different parts from Spacecrafter.
Yeah, from the Spacecrafter. So this is a general question, but I read somewhere that just because a wallet supports a BIP39 does not mean it can recover your coins. So if someone loses access to their ledger and want to retrieve their assets to a hot wallet, say software one, then can they do it or not? Will they have to buy a ledger device, or just please let me know in details. When I lose access, I mean to physical device and not the seeds. Real question is, can assets stored on seeds generated by ledger be retrieved on a hot software wallet, or does the user needs to buy a new ledger and restore it via that way?
That's a good question. It's a long question. What do you think?
Yeah, you can definitely use the software wallet or hardware wallet as well if they share the same BIP 39 standard, basically. If they share the same standard, you can use hardware or software wallet. You don't need to use your ledger. You don't need to buy another ledger, to be honest. Yeah, you can use the other compatible wallets, even the software.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So you could, for example, take your ledger phrase and put it into MetaMask. You could do that, but it's not recommended, right?
Of course, we do not recommend it. So personally, at the third-party wallets, let's call MetaMask, hot or software wallets would be the last option to restore your wallets. I would suggest to consider other hardware options if you're not planning to buy a ledger at least, but it will be much more secure than the software wallet.
So why exactly? Why is it not safe, you think, to type your ledger recovery phrase into a software wallet?
Oh yeah, because as you all know, the 24 recovery phrase is your only backup to recover your accounts. So if someone has it, even if you put it on their computer, if someone has it and if it's compromised, they can control your 24 to
Right.
your accounts anywhere. They don't need your device. They don't need your PIN code at that point.
Mm-hmm.
They can just use your recovery phrase. So we don't recommend putting it in any online place, especially computer.
Yeah, for sure. Because you never know if your computer might have malware
Exactly.
on the computer
yeah.
that are like registering your keystrokes, and next thing you know, like the malware is communicating your recovery phrase to someone that's malicious, and then they'll sweep your account, and that can happen very fast, right?
Yeah, it should be. It can happen really fast. So do not ever write it on computer or phone.
Yeah, nowhere. Yeah, and Ledger will never ask you for your phrase, right?
That's true. Yeah, we would
okay.
never need your recovery phrase. Yeah.
So anyone asking you for your phrase is basically trying to scam you, okay? They might pretend to be from Ledger, they might pretend to be Ledger employees or Ledger support, or, you know, like just to be an app. But anyone asking you for your phrase, again, guys, is trying to scam you, or is a fake app that is trying to scam you. If you type your recovery phrase into one of those apps, you will get scammed 100%. And there is nothing we can do, unfortunately, because once the transaction has happened and the funds are out of the wallet, we cannot roll back the transactions. Nobody can. So once the funds are gone, it's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to get back, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, on this happy note,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next question. Andre B is asking, when open source?
Yes.
Okay, so so there is two parts to this question. So if you're talking about Recover, then Recover is being open sourced as we speak. So we have part of the code that is on GitHub right now that you can check out. We'll continue like open sourcing Recover code as we promised before when Recover was launched, because we know that the community wants to know more about Recover, making sure it's safe. It is safe, by the way, guys, don't worry. But fair enough, we are putting the code, we're open sourcing the code for you guys so you can take a look at it. When it comes to the firmware is not open source because there are NDAs with the company that manufactures the secure elements, and this is for security. It's a part of the security model, so we cannot open source those parts. And it's a design decision that we made at Ledger to keep you guys safe. So that's the reason. But Recover, we are open sourcing Recover. But it's completely safe, right? Recover.
It is, yeah, completely safe.
Okay, so yeah, I hope that answered your question, Andre. If you have new questions, and you guys, if you just joined the live, this is Dan and Daisy.
Daisy.
And we are here until 5:30. So drop your question in the chat, and yeah, we'll answer everything.
The next one, Rohit Dutta. Can we use BTC Recover tool to recover passphrase? Passphrase.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm not familiar actually with the BTC Recover tool.
To be honest, yeah, I'm not familiar with the tool as well, but in general point of view, you cannot recover the passphrases.
Yeah.
Because
it could be anything.
It could be anything, yeah, because you basically choose the words on the device, so it's not generated randomly by the device. So you put the words there, so you are the only one actually controlling and setting up this passphrase.
Yeah.
So I don't think there will be any tool to recover the passphrase.
No, definitely. It's not like recovery phrase where there is a list of words and there is a reference.
Yeah.
Passphrase can be like 100 characters long, and you could have special characters. So if that's the thing, right? You can use a passphrase. It's good practice to use a passphrase as an extra security layer, but you also have to memorize it or like back it up securely, because if you lose it, then you can't access the secret accounts anymore.
That's true. Yeah, you cannot control it. So you need to be more careful in this time, because you will have two key elements to get access back to your accounts. One, recovery phrase, and now the passphrase.
True.
So,
yeah. If you lose access to one of them, then you can't have access to the secret accounts anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So be careful. And so Rohit, probably not. The only, the fastest option might be to try to remember your passphrase, making sure that the recovery phrase, the 24 words that were in the device at the time you set up the passphrase, is in the device. And then you try to use temporary to passphrase and try to cycle through all the different possibilities, and then add those accounts. Try adding accounts to Ledger Live. Try one passphrase, add the account, see if you can find the account. If not, try different passphrase, set as temporary, go to Ledger Live, try to add the accounts that you're looking for, and then just keep going until you find. Yeah, it's a long shot to be honest, but that's the only. Yeah, I can't think of anything else really.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a Help Center article about how to recover your passphrase, so you may maybe want to check. You can just check in our Help Center article, type how to recover your passphrase, and it will give a detailed video that you created. So it will be maybe helpful.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Next question.
It's from Dave Marr. Where are stored the stake ETH stack with Lido?
Oh, interesting question. And then he's asking also how to change
to ETH. Yeah, how to change.
I can do
stake
the
ETH.
first one, you can do the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lido is actually, so when you stake ETH with Lido, what you're doing, you're actually sending your ETH to a smart contract that will pool ETH with other people's ETH, and then that ETH will be dispatched to different independent node providers, validators that are all vetted by Lido, right? So they're part of Lido. Lido is not just one entity, it's actually like many different validators that are independent. And so, yeah, when you stake, you're actually sending to that contract, and then the ETH is being dispatched, and validators will stake on your behalf. And because that ETH is locked in the Beacon chain, what you get is STETH, and as long as you have the STETH in your accounts, then it will accrue rewards in the form of more STETH. So that's technically what happens when you stake with Lido. But you can unstake, right? Or you can swap. So how would you do it? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you can swap to stake ETH in any decentralized exchanges. It's currently available in Ledger Live as well. When you go to the Discover section, you will find a few swap options, like you can swap providers like 1inch and PriceSwap. You can definitely swap your stake ETH to the Ethereum using those decentralized exchanges. Also, the swap button is you can use swap button directly in the menu just to swap your stake ETH to Ethereum. Sending to exchanges, I do not recommend doing it because sometimes we receive some tickets because some exchanges, yes, they support Ethereum, but they do not support depositing stake ETH.
Yeah, sure.
So just be careful with sending your stake ETH to any exchanges. You can definitely use these swap providers, the decentralized exchanges to swap your stake ETH to ETH. But yeah, just double check before sending to any exchanges.
There is actually one right in the Discover section. If you want to swap like staked ETH for ETH, you can go to Discover here, and then you select Pair Swap, and then in Pair Swap you make sure you have your Ethereum account selected, and then you select ETH, staked ETH here, and then you can do the transaction. And it's
right there.
Yeah, here we go. Stake ETH. Yeah. Here we go. So this is how you would you go the other way. This is how you would unstake ETH. It's not literally unstaking, it's sort of swapping one asset for the other, but it has the same result, basically. Okay, next question.
John, when pre-order Ledger stacks delivered in India?
So we you will get an email in your inbox when we are ready to deliver the stacks. We're still working very hard to make sure that you guys get a really, really good device. So keep an eye on the email inbox the email address that you provided when you pre-order. You'll get an email soon, or you might already have gotten an email. We're in the process of sending those emails, and everything is explained. And that's it. Yeah.
That's it. The second one, Mandeep Sandhu, when Ledger stacks available in stock?
So for people that haven't pre-ordered, so first we want to go through the pre-orders, and once we ship the pre-orders, then we'll put the stacks back into the store. But first thing first, we need to make good on the pre-orders, and and that's it. Yeah.
Okay, other one, Bostic P. If I stake my Ethereum on my ledger, can Lido be hacked and I lose my stake ETH?
I would say yes. It's possible. There is a small chance. It's DeFi, right?
Yeah.
DeFi, there is smart contracts. There is always a chance that something goes wrong and you lose your ETH. It's just the nature of DeFi. That being said, Lido has been around for quite a long time and they've been operating like very flawlessly. So, but yes, there is always a chance. So in my opinion, it's always good to diversify. Like if you have ETH, don't put everything into staked ETH. There's I would say keep some normal ETH, a little bit of staked ETH, and maybe like something like Rocket Pool ETH, like just different things. Yeah, I don't know if you have anything to.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Just to be safe before using any DeFi smart contract, there will be always a vulnerability in the contract. So, just always good to be double check the.
For sure.
Yep.
And also, like, if you want to know exactly the risk, there is on the Lido website, there is actually a blog post that talks about all the different risks inherent to liquid staking in general. It's not just Lido, right? Every single liquid staking similar to Lido solution has risk, and those are disclosed.
Yes. Okay, the other one, Agustin Hosera. We can hear you loud and clear, and the image is good. Thank you.
Thanks.
And hi Dan and hi Daisy. I staked my ADA last Monday and the rewards balance is still 0. Should I be worried? Last Monday, so it's been 1 week.
A week, yeah.
Normally it should be in.
It should be in like 5 days. Yeah, typically 5 days. So there might be a number of things that happen. First of all, it might be like typically like within 5 days you should get the staked ETH. The staked ADA, the rewards. But that being said, like if you're expecting a transaction, you will not see a transaction into your wallet, right? Maybe I can show my screen here.
If you're seeing.
So yeah, I've got Cardano account here. So I've got some stakes with some rewards, and so the rewards will go into this segment here, this column. But you won't see like an actual transaction with rewards like you might see in Polkadot, for example. So maybe that's the issue you're facing, Agustinho.
Balance is still 0. Probably the rewards balance. So that part is still 0.
Well, maybe like I'd be interested to know if you're staking with Ledger, and like are you staking with Ledger by Figment? Or are you staking with a different validator? Because some validators will take 100% commissions. Some validators are
one or it depends.
It depends. Some of them are dishonest and they will like take 100% commission. So you might also want to watch out for that. But if you're staking with us and you still didn't get rewards, then what do you think? Do you have any insight?
To be honest, I'm the same right now. Like I staked almost 6 days ago and the rewards is 0. I will try to do some troubleshooting myself, but maybe it would be nice to check your transaction history. When did you get reward? Maybe it's more than 6 days.
Maybe.
We can check that,
So Agustinho, maybe you want to reach out and open a ticket. So there is a link in the video description here, support.ledger.com. You can click on that and you'll be teleported to the help center. Open a ticket via the contact us button, and then share your Cardano address, staking address if you can, so we can have a look what's going on, and your logs as well if you can, because maybe like it's a sync issue with the blockchain. The rewards are actually in the account, but
you can't see it.
But Ledger Live cannot see them for whatever reason. You also might want to connect your Ledger device to a third-party wallet, like Adalite, for example, and see if you can see the rewards in Adalite. Because if you see the rewards in Adalite, but you don't see them in Ledger Live, then it's definitely an issue with Ledger Live. I don't think of anything else.
That would be the issue. But logs would be really helpful for us to check the correct amount, or if he's having the connection issue or synchronization issue. But
Okay, we'll take care of you. Daisy will take care of you if you request her assistance in email.
Yes, you can share everything and I will be taking care of it.
Perfect. What's the next question?
It's Sunex 2929, ADA and Ledger. Question mark. Yeah.
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 It's live.
It's live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since 1 week, right? It's staking is live since 1 week.
Yeah, it's been
Pretty
live.
new. Yeah.
You've tried it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just staked like 6 days ago. Yeah.
So, what's your impression so far?
So far, it was really smooth. Yes, and it's really good to see more options, more staking options in Ledger Live. So
Sure. Yeah.
I'm really hyped. Yeah.
Do you have any tips for people that are staking? Like one thing I noticed is when you stake, it says cost 340 ADA. Did you notice this?
Oh
During the
yeah,
process?
just near the commission.
Yeah, there's commission, which is the commission that we charge for running the validator. So yeah, every validator does it. But then it says like cost 340. And so some folks were asking like, am I being charged the full
Yeah.
on? And so are they being charged?
No, they're
No.
not charged.
Can
Yeah,
you-
no.
so why not?
It's yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are not being charged. 340 ADA is just the cost
Cost.
for running the validator after each epoch, but this is taken from the rewards of all the stakers. Not so you're not paying directly this amount. It's everyone staking, for example, with us will contribute to this small amount. So you'll pay like a fraction of that, like the almost invisible fraction of this, and then you'll get the reward minus the commission. That's how it works. So you're not paying 340 ADA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in the beginning, they're kind of required to give like 2 ADA when they first starting to stake, but that 2 ADA actually will be refunded by the community, by the network to you if you unstake. So it's not locked forever.
Okay.
But if they will be able to see that 2 ADA when they are trying to stake. So, but just
Got
rest
it.
assured, it's not locked, and it will be all refunded by Cardano network if you prefer to unstake.
Cool. All right. Next question.
Next one, the busy channel. Hi, am I able to send direct from Ledger to my US or Wise bank account? Selling.
What do you think? Wise? I would say probably not.
For Wise, no, I don't think so. But the bank accounts, yeah, definitely you can use the sell menu in the Ledger Live, and you can use the Coinify. For example, it is supported also in US in many. In many states. So when you want to use the Coinify service, you need to do the KYC as well and provide your bank account details. So you will be able to actually sell Bitcoin. Currently, it's only allowing us to sell Bitcoin. But you can directly sell Bitcoin and just transfer the amounts back to your US bank account. But Wise, no.
Probably not
Yeah.
Wise yet. Yeah. Okay. Next question. We've got tons of questions in the chat. Sorry, guys. We went a little slow at the beginning because we were waiting for you to post questions. Now there is tons of questions in the backlog. We are going to pick up the pace.
As Mustafa Lem is news about stacks. So is there any news about stacks?
So Mustafa, you should check your email inbox. So the email that you provided when you pre-ordered, there should be an email that gives you updates. And if you haven't got the email, you will get the email soon because we're in the process of sending out those emails.
Next one, NFT Tigers, it's perfect.
Thank you for the
Thank
sound.
you.
Yeah, okay.
Rohit Dutta, I didn't understand the passphrase thing you explained. Do you have some documentation to check if my passphrase is correct?
Yeah, there is no way to check if your passphrase is correct. Really, the only thing you should do is you have no other option than trying all the passphrases that you think you used in the past and then add your account. That being said, we can drop some documentation
How
for
to
you.
recover, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll drop that in a second, and and Goksha, you can take the next question if you want.
Yes, let me check it. Okay, so NFT Tigers, as far as my experience is concerned, project success depends on its potential. Best strategy explanation with positive attitude, and the most key factor is should be promoted in safe hands. So you are absolutely right that MetaMask is very safe for assets.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's safe, but not as safe as a ledger. To be
Yeah.
really clear.
Yes, yes, especially like just we advise people to carefully choosing any software and hardware wallets, because initially you will be, if you're going to use that software wallet to recover your ledger accounts, you will be putting your 24 recovery phrase, and it will be it can be compromised if your computer has any malware. So that's why choosing the software wallet option would be the last one if possible. So always choose the hardware wallets if you need to recover your 24 hours recovery phrase.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, next question.
So,
But that being said, sorry,
Yeah,
it's safe to connect your Ledger device to
Yeah.
MetaMask, right? So that you can do because the private keys are always in the device; they never get shared with MetaMask. But it's less safe to custody a lot of money on the MetaMask account because, as Daisy was saying, it's connected to the internet and you don't know who has access to your computer. So I would recommend the Ledger app definitely.
Okay, Emerson Prof. Hello, is there a way of showing minority balance in Ledger device display?
No. It's not even supporting Ledger Live. Right?
No, not supported. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to use a ThreadPay wallet. I can check.
Yeah.
But on the device, it's like never possible.
Never.
Yeah,
With any crypto, by the way. You can never see the amount of coins you have on the device. That's actually a security design decision that we made because you don't necessarily want people to know how much Bitcoin or Monero you have by just looking at your device, right? Did you find the Monero thing?
Oh yeah, the article. Yeah, so it's not supported, but they can create their accounts with the Monero GUI website. So, but on the device, yeah, for any crypto, it won't be able to see any balance.
Yeah.
Including Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Okay. What's the next question?
Let's see. Evo Defense. When does my free tax sample ship?
Yeah, so it should be an email. Just check the email that we sent you. All the information should be in there. Regarding the shipment of the stacks, again, we are working on it and we will let you guys know when the devices are ready to ship. We just want to make sure that the devices are up to expectation and good quality before we ship them. We don't want to disappoint you guys, so please bear with us. Those devices will be shipped, but yeah, just bear with us.
Next one, Johan. Having an issue moving Bitcoin off the ledger, error message, all other coins are ok to move. So it's only happening on Bitcoin. I would like to know what kind of error message you're receiving. If you can type it on the chat, we would like to check more in detail. Like, what is the error code you receive? Is it like something went wrong?
I see where you're going with that. What happens if it's something went wrong?
Yeah, if you're receiving something went wrong error, you just need to be sure you're using the correct recovery phrase, you're using the correct device. If you have multiple devices, for example, just make sure you're connecting the correct device that is linked to your Bitcoin account. Or if you're using any passphrase, just make sure you're entering your passphrase to control your secret accounts. That could be also the option. Have you reset your device previously? I would also curious to know, like, have you reset and created new 24 recoveries recently? But yeah, we would like to know the error code. There will be many options there.
Please drop the message that you're getting in the chat so we can double check, Johan.
Yeah. NFT Tigers, very interesting discussion. I'm sure it will help to move my community's attention towards this project.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
That's why we're doing this. We are doing live every single day, so tune in. You can hit the notification bell to know when we go live. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Oh, we keep doing the live right now. We're going to be live for another 30 minutes. So don't worry, not leaving just now.
Adebayo Adeniran, sorry, I just couldn't. Sorry.
Okay.
My Nano S refused to display, not working since it was both. Nano S. So the display issue.
We could change it, if it's if the display is going dim, if it's a Nano S and you've had it for a long time and the display is dying, it's usually better to get a new device at this point, and we can fix you with a promo code. So if, for example, you want to buy like a Nano S, I'll show you real quick. This is like a Nano S Plus. It's the evolution of the Nano S. It's a much better device. I used to have a Nano S myself, but eventually I upgraded to Nano S Plus. I don't regret it. And so if you want to upgrade, then we'll just reach out to us. There is a link to the Help Center in the description box, and send us an email, and we can fix you up with a promo code so you can upgrade if that's what you want to.
Yes, definitely. Okay, the next one. Emil Samsaro. Hey, Mr. Dan. Prince looks very beautiful today. Hi, Daisy. Hello.
Hey.
I have this question about OneInch Pathfinder. So, Pathfinder find best exchangeable rates on accepted exchanges there on OneInch. So let me
It's a
check.
feature, like it's a OneInch feature. Have you used it before?
Let me check. Yeah.
I haven't used Pathfinder myself.
No, myself neither.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's available in Ledger Live. It might be like a feature that the web app has. Emil, let us, did you find it?
No, not really.
I think my guess is it's a bit like PairSwap, where you will just find the best trade, the best execution for your trade. And so you save on basically fees and you get like better pricing and quote. So I think that's probably what it is. If it's available on the main OneInch website, then go for it. You can use it. Just always be careful when you blind sign things, because you have to trust the app. But if it's on the OneInch website, then you should be relatively safe. I would try with a test transaction first to make sure that everything goes well. It's probably the same as PairSwap. Like it's just trying to help you get a better exchange rate for your coins. I would guess.
Okay, the next one, Rohanda Tarver. I'm a total beginner and I use all my tokens to transfer 210 Shiba Inu to my ledger. No, I cannot transfer it back for lack of gas. Is ETH the same as Ethereum? How do I figure it out how much I need?
Daisy, what you think?
Yes, so most probably you're having, Rohanda, this error. Parent account doesn't have the enough balance to just cover for the transaction fees. So in this case, actually what we need to be careful on Shiba Inu, that is supported both in Binance Smart Chain, in Ledger Live, or in Ethereum network as well. So if it's under your Ethereum account, yes, you would need some Ethereum ETH coins to pay the transaction fees. But it depends. If you're holding it on like Binance Smart Chain account, you would need BNB. Just like Ethereum, it's the same concept. You would need BNB to pay for the transaction fees.
Okay, and make sure like the ETH or BNB is in the same account, right? As your SHIB,
Shiba,
as your SHIB. Like don't, because some people make that mistake where they'll have one account for ETH, one account for SHIB, one account for each token will have a different account. But if you do that, you won't be able to move your tokens because you need ETH in the same account as your tokens to pay for the transaction fees. So you want to make sure that that's the way it's organized in Ledger Live.
Yeah, and also like how do I figure out how much I need? You would actually see the fees before you're doing the transaction. Just on the Ledger Live, you would see how much fee is needed to perform this transaction. So you would just check at that moment, because the fees might change depending on the day, depending on the time. So it's hard to tell right now, but you can just check before sending your Shiba. So you can buy some Ethereum or BNB.
Yeah. A good rule of thumb is on Ethereum, because Ethereum is typically very expensive to use. It's usually less expensive to transact on Saturday or Sunday morning, like early AM, because like people are asleep, and there is just less traffic on the web on the network. But you want to avoid like US business hours. That's when you're gonna get like the craziest transaction prices. So just try to do it when nobody else is using the network.
Yeah. Okay, Emil Samsaro. By the way, can I unstake Ethereum anytime I want to do that? And how is the progress with Cardano? One stupid question. Can I go to swim with my nano ledger? Water resistance. Yes.
That's some good questions. I can take the first one.
Yes.
By the way, can you unstake ETH anytime you want to? It depends how you stake, I would say. So if you're staking via Kellen in Ledger Live, So Qlin would be Qlin is staking as a service. It's here in Ledger Discover. You need 32 ETH to stake with Qlin. If you stake via Qlin, no, you won't be able to unstake. Oh, I mean, you can unstake anytime you want, but there might be a delay between the time you unstake and the time you actually get the coins back. And the reason why is because there is a queue. When you stake 32 ETH on the Beacon chain, there's a queue to start staking, and I think right now it's like 27 days to start spinning a validator, and there's a queue to exit. So the queue to get in is actually very long, 27 days, maybe 30 days, depends. But the queue to exit is, I think, like 10 minutes or something. So yeah, you can unstake anytime you want. Same with Lido, we talked about it a little bit. Lido, you can just like swap your ST ETH for regular ETH, and you good. You can do this in Ledger, and that's it.
And how is the progress with Cardano? It is very new. You basically actually the same steps. If you try the other blockchains in Ledger Live, you will be going. Maybe we can show on the Ledger Live. You'll be going to your Cardano account.
Up.
Yeah, that one, and on the left corner you will see that one. You're already staking, but you will be able to put this button to just stake your Cardano assets. And then the thing is, that is the important part. You need to use all of your assets in order to stake. Yeah. So you cannot partially stake. You need to stake with your whole amount, whole balance, and that's it. Actually, you will just choose the validators. You can choose Ledger, or you can choose the other ones.
And then start staking, and then you get your rewards. It might take a few days, typically 5 days. But some people, at least some people have noticed that it would take more time. So if you are actually affected, you're not seeing your rewards yet, you might want to tell us and send us a ticket so we can look into this. There might be some bug or something like this happening, but for me it's been working well. But I know the rewards were a little late.
Yeah, it's been 6 days for me. But I still see 0, so it would be like to double check everything. I will double check after this session.
Yeah, and I think that was Ricardo's question. Like, I had my ADA staking on Ledger, delegation was done, confirmed, but the rewards were always 0. Anything I was doing wrong.
Right. Yeah.
So it might be because you have to wait for 5 days, so that
minimum.
Minimum. Yeah, it might take longer depending on the network condition as well. It might take longer than that actually, and or it might just be like a some sort of issue with Ledger Live, like a sync issue with Ledger Live. In which case you can just you can try settings, help, clear cache, and clearing the cache and confirm to force the network to read the account again, and your rewards might appear. You can also try removing the account, your Cardano account from Ledger Live, just like this, and then you re-add your account with your Ledger device. That might also fix the reward issue. But if it's just the network that's a little slow to pay, then there's nothing we can do, right? We just have to wait for the network to pay people.
Yeah, exactly. But it would be always nice to check your address, your logs, if especially, so you can just create a ticket from our support page. That would be really nice if you can just check in more details. It could be a lot of problems. Yeah, it could be related to other stuff as well.
There can be there's always many different. Yeah. Okay, so
Madara.
I think there was the swimming with Ledger question. What do you think?
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah, no, so would you do it? No.
I haven't done it. I wouldn't do it.
Yes, definitely I wouldn't either, so.
Yeah, you might kill your Ledger that way.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of people dropping Ledger devices in glasses of water and the Ledger being fine, but honestly I just wouldn't do it. Would the warranty apply if you would break your device like that?
No, because as far as I know, it's not waterproof. It's not designed as waterproof, so
don't do it. Don't leave it in the washing machine as well.
So the next one, Madara. What can I do when someone stole my 24 recovery phrase and stole my Bitcoin on my Ledger? I got the address that you send my Bitcoin to. What can I do now?
So Medora, like first of all, we're sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
sorry.
It's always really like heartbreaking,
Mm-hmm.
like when people get scammed. There is to be very transparent. So first of all, you should go to the police immediately
Mm-hmm.
and report that someone stole your crypto. And the police will investigate. Like on our side, we cannot do anything really because we cannot roll back the transaction. And scammers typically they will take your fund and send the funds to an exchange, or like they have their own network to launder money basically. That being said, if the police needs help, they can reach out to us and we can assist, tracking the funds and things like that. But and the way they can reach out to us is via a ticket via support. So support.ledger.com. They can send us an email, and then we can try to assist this way. But typically, in my experience, once the funds are gone,
Yeah.
there isn't much that can be done, right? Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. So guys, again, like never share your 24-hour recovery phrase. I know we repeat it all the time, but anyone with access to your 24-hour recovery phrase will be able to access your accounts, and they don't need your device, right? They'll be able to, with just the recovery phrase, they'll be able to copy your private keys onto their wallet and steal your funds. And so that's why you should never share it, never type it into any app, don't take a picture of it, don't just leave it on the card, and don't let anyone see it. That's super important. Yeah.
Okay, the next one. LECQB 1911. Hi, for Polygon NFTs, can you add a do not show again option for when hiding scam NFTs?
So what are those NFTs, Daisy?
Yeah. These NFTs are actually, first of all, rest assured you're not targeted personally. It's not related to your account specifically, but scammers are sending, especially airdropped NFTs a lot. They're trying to scam you, showing that, hey, you received this airdrop, please click this link, share your 24 recovery phrase, or even worse, they try you to sell or list this NFT on the marketplaces. So we do not recommend any engagement with those spam NFTs. Please do not try to sell them. Do not try to list on marketplace. Do not try to burn them, especially because I see some NFTs says like, hey, you can, if you want to delete this spam NFT, you can just burn it.
Oh,
so
that's a trap.
That is a trap. It's not possible.
What would you do? What would you do to?
So the best practice would be just right-clicking on this NFT and hiding. This way, because there is no option to delete one transaction in the blockchain, but in Ledger Live, currently you can just hide it, so you don't need to see it again. So you cannot accidentally engage with this NFT.
Absolutely. Here's I've got a whole collection of those. I don't know, it's probably the same for you, but I've got a whole collection of those NFTs. A lot of those fake, all of them are scammy, right? All of them.
Airdrop.
Voucher, airdrop, money, here's some money. And like Daisy was saying, here's so this is a scam, 100%. Of course, people will not give you money, for free. This doesn't exist in this world. And here's a link, this website here is actually a scammy website. And if you connect to it, it will try to, I think, it will ask you for your recovery phrase, or it will try to make you sign a transaction that will take control of your account. So really sneaky.
And it's been asked, do not show again option.
We can escalate, but typically each of those NFTs, they have a different smart contract. And on Polygon, it's very cheap to create new NFTs. So if the smart contract address is different, then the do not show again will not detect the new scam, right? So you'll have to manually, maybe we can come up, the developers can come up with a different option, but typically you'll have to do it right click, hide for all those different scammy NFTs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, Christian Okuri, please, when are you going to support Pulse Chain? We need Ledger support on Pulse Chain ecosystem. Pulse Chain,
Yeah, it's supported via MetaMask for now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know any other third-party wallets that support Pulse Chain? Compatible with Ledger. I mean.
Compatible.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
With
MetaMask
MetaMask,
for
yeah.
now, yeah.
Adding with the chain list. Yeah.
Yeah, with Chainlet. Eventually, we'll have Pulse Chain Ledger Live, probably. It might take some time, but for now, you can use MetaMask. It's safe, right? Just to be clear.
Yes, definitely. So in the MetaMask, please do not put your recovery phrase. Instead, on the account section, you will be able to see connect hardware wallet option. So with this option, you can just connect your ledger device, hardware device. So in this way, your private keys are still secured in the device. You will be just imagine using the interface of the MetaMask. Your assets are still on the ledger. You'll just connect and you can engage with the Pulse Chain or any other networks that is not supported in Ledger Live.
Okay. Why do you say, like, do not type your Ledger recovery phrase into MetaMask?
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. So, again, writing the 24 recovery phrase will just defeat the purpose of having the Ledger device, which is your 24 recoveries must be stored offline on the device. So you should never compromise it. You should never put it in online space in any wallet. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
That's way to go.
Next question is from Pop Rocks.
Nice.
If I lose my ledger, can anyone who finds my ledger pair it to the app and have full access? The answer is yes, if they know your PIN. If they don't know your PIN, they won't be able to have access to your private keys, which are in the device. And that's the reason why you should always have a strong PIN, right? So 8 digits, and make it difficult and random, right? Don't use your birthday as a PIN because that's too easy to guess, or like don't use all zeros or all ones or something like that. But the good thing is, like, if someone finds your Ledger device and the device is locked, they have only 3 attempts to try to unlock the device. After 3 attempts, the device will reset and wipe the private keys. And the only way to restore your account from that point is to use your recovery phrase and punch it into the device. So there is this security feature that prevents like this kind of situations. But again, if you don't have a strong PIN, then it will be trivial for someone to find the access to your account, provided that they manage to guess your PIN within 3 tries.
Yep. Next one. Lu N. Other first stake 3 epoch, so 15 days.
15
days.
15 days for the first.
First, but
That
it's
sounds
not.
really long.
But it's not being 15 days.
I got my
You got
my
your
rewards
rewards.
before in 15 days, yeah.
You should definitely check this one. Yeah.
There will be something going on.
Yeah, there must be because it's not live since.
Mine took like I think 3 or 4 days. I'm sticking with Ledger, so I got mine 15. But that being said, like if you're not sticking with Ledger, you might get like maybe the staker is not doing a good job at staking. Yeah, that's possible. You also wanna, if you don't see your staking rewards, try to connect your Ledger device to a third-party wallet like Adalite, Yoroi, Typhon, like whatever, and see check if you can see your rewards over there.
Okay. Wait, it's.
Oh, there's tons of. Okay, whoa.
We are
Pop
here.
Rocks, I think.
Pop Rocks,
Oh
we
no,
did.
Agostinho, yeah.
Yeah. Pop Rocks, again, Pop Rocks. If I lose my ledger, can anyone? Okay, we did. So Agostino said on the rewards column is 0. I'm staking with Ledger Figment. I open a ticket. Thanks, guys. Yep, definitely. We'll be really interested to check your address, check your logs, and double check everything is correct. Yeah. K Jones, how do I get XDC on the Nano X? Cheers. So the XDC. Currently, we do recommend creating first of all, it's not supported in Ledger Live yet, the XDC account, so but hopefully it will be supported. But at the moment, you can use the XDC app. You can install the app onto your Ledger Nano X, and you can just connect your device to XDC Beta Wallet to create your first XDC account. So in this way, you will be able to create your first XDC address, and then you can start sending and receiving XDC safely. But again, you will just need to connect your Ledger device to the Beta Wallet.
The Beta Wallet, yeah. There is documentation on the Help Center. There is a link in the description, in the video description. You click, it's contact us. Click that link, you'll be on the Help Center, and then you just type XDC in the search bar to find the article, and everything is explained here. The next question is from Emil as well. Emil, on fire, as usual. Emil, is the new Monero ASIC miner a rumor, or is it confirmed Bitmain will produce such device? I actually don't know what Bitmain is trying to... I didn't even know that Bitmain was going into Monero ASICs, so can't confirm that it is true or not. I don't know if you have any knowledge of what Bitmain is doing.
No.
Yeah, so we don't know. Like, I'm not too close to the Monero community personally.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. And yeah, so Emil, like, we don't know if it's possible to mine random X with ASIC. It might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then we've got Adebayo Adinaran. So sorry, we're butchering your name. Does updating Ledger expose it to attacks? The answer is no. It's actually quite the opposite. If you want to keep your Ledger safe, you should update the firmware, and you should update Ledger Live just to make sure that you've got the latest security updates and yeah, all that good stuff.
So Pop Rax, is it possible adding a custom coin? Some are not supported on Ledger Live. So at the moment, it's not possible to adding a custom coin, but of course we are just always like when you contact us on the support with any like ERC20 tokens or BEP20 tokens, we also escalate them to our teams for the review, and if the review is positive, yes, they will be supported on the Ledger Live. But for the other blockchains, yeah, we are always escalating to our teams. But it's not possible for like users to add manually.
Like in MetaMask, for example.
Yeah, like in Meta, there's no import token options.
Not possible, guys. But if you have token suggestions, just drop them in the chat, and we can escalate.
Yeah, we can escalate it. Yeah.
Next question from JKC. So can you explain these NFT scams where, for instance, they say that you won 500 USDT? So I got one of those scams in my wallet, and give you the seed phrase to claim within the actual airdrop. What is the tactic? Well, the tactic is very easy. So I'll show you, because I also got those scam NFTs. I think everybody got them.
Yeah.
So the reason why you get those NFT in your Polygon account, it's always on most of the time it's on Polygon. It's super easy on Polygon. Like, the transactions are really cheap, so anyone can create NFTs for very cheap. And then you go on the Blockchain Explorer, you sample 1,000 addresses, and then you send scam NFT to all those addresses. So I've got a bunch here in my accounts. They're all promising like money, basically Baby Doge, USDC, USDT, airdrop, this and that. They're all scams. There's different version of the scam, but typically they will have a website like this. And then if you visit this website, then either they will ask you to type your recovery phrase, or they will ask you to sign a transaction. In both cases, they will, doing this will give the scammer access to your accounts. If you type your recovery phrase, then they will have access to all your accounts, even if they don't have access to your device, because your recovery phrase is the master key to all your accounts. So if someone has access to it, they can use the recovery phrase to load your private keys onto their wallet and steal your funds. So never type your recovery phrase anywhere. Okay, it's a scam. If that scam website asks you to sign a transaction, same thing, it's really bad as well. That transaction will probably give access to your accounts to the scammer. Probably just your account, but it's also bad because they will be able to sweep the account. So in any case, those NFTs, they're really bad. They're all scams. There is no free lunch, guys. There is no one sending like thousands of dollars for free. Just not in this world, unfortunately. What you can do instead, just ignore those NFTs, hide them. Okay, just go one by one. Boom, hide NFT. Boom. And it's gone. And then you go down the list, you hide the next one. Just hide them all, and don't touch them, right? Don't try to send them. Don't try to send them to a burn address. Just leave them in your account. They can't do any harm in your account. Just don't interact with them. Don't send them. Don't go on the website. Don't do anything like that. So, yeah. So,
Totally agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got a little carried away here, but those scammers are really sneaky. So be careful.
So next, Leonardo Pio. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hey.
I'm trying to understand how Tron staking works. Should I stake for bandwidth or energy, or if I could have staking rewards in TRX, and how? Do you have an article, video you recommend to understand?
Do you want to take that one?
Oh yes, we do have right now the article, but I currently staking in Ledger Live is not working, especially the 2.0. So you cannot stake directly in the Ledger Live. However, you can use the Tron Scan, just connecting your Ledger device to the Tron Scan, and you can stake via Tron Scan. There's the article, I think it's called Staking Tron, right? Do you recall?
Yeah, it's Tron staking. There's a link in the video description. If you click that, the contact us link to go to the help center. And on the help center, I think if you just
Staking Tron.
Staking Tron. Okay.
Yeah, and also Tron Stake 2.0 not supported. I think it will give the more.
Here we go. Yeah, that one will explain everything.
They will explain, yes.
And with regards to like bandwidth or energy, I always forget which one does which, but I do think energy is the most important because that's the one that will give you, that will let you do smart contract transactions.
Yeah.
Like, so for example, sending USDT. So a lot of people use Tron because they can send Tether USDT coins around. And so you need energy in your accounts to do this. So I would say like energy is more useful than bandwidth.
It is true, yeah. If you don't have enough energy in your Tron account, you would need to have at least 50 TRX. Like even 30 is enough, but just in case, you can have at least 50 TRX in your account if you're out of energy, and if you need to send this USDT or the TRC20 tokens, I would suggest having a little bit amount of TRX in your account as well.
Yep. And once you stake your TRX for energy or bandwidth, you will get like the equivalent amount of TRX of bandwidth or energy. Each TRX that's staked will give you one vote as well. And then you can go ahead in Tron Scan as well. And then you can vote for super delegates, I think they called, like super validators, which are a select group of validators that run the Tron network. And you will get staking rewards in TRX by voting for those. You can choose whoever you want. There is a whole list. And it's also explained in the Help Center article, so you might want to check that one out. But yeah, don't forget that step. Some people they would just stake, get bandwidth or energy and stop there. But actually you also need to use those votes. This is how you get TRX rewards in your account.
Yep. So the next one, Rohanda Tower, thank you so much. Agostino Serra already opened a ticket. By the way, old suggestion, can you make balance in Ledger Live selectable so we can copy paste some values easily?
Yeah, we could, but sometimes it's I would say it's a little tricky. Our balances, we can, balances I think is fine, but addresses, I always find it because of address poisoning, sometimes it's dangerous. But balances, I guess we could escalate that to the developers.
We can definitely. Yeah. So Emil, Cardano shock demand on the way with max stake amount.
We'll see.
And no swimming with Ledger, I promise. Great. Thank you. So F has, my question had been skipped. I actually checked, but
it hasn't been skipped, right? So sometimes what happens is Ledger, YouTube will not push your question through the chat because there is a special character, or YouTube will think that you're sharing some scam links, or so it happens from time to time. You might want to make sure you don't share too many special characters and things like that. But by the way, guys, we are going to have to go soon. Maybe one more question because we're up on time. It's 5:30 already, and we both have hard stop. So maybe one last question.
Yeah.
And
Ricardo, can we expect more coins to stake soon?
yes, of course. We want to bring as many new coins for staking into Ledger Live. So for sure, like one thing we'd like to have is, I know the community has been asking, HBAR staking. That's one of those things where we've said like we would do it for a long time, but it's still in progress. And of course, we want to bring more and more and more option into Ledger Live, as many as possible. But it takes time, guys. You know, like those integrations, they look easy when you just look at them in the app, but they are actually very complex because they need to be safe, and they need to be vetted by developers and tested to make sure that everything is safe to use. So that's why it takes time for us to roll out those features. But we promise, like we are working hard to bring more and more staking options in Ledger Live. And
Leonardo.
Yeah, maybe we can take that one.
Yeah.
Can you native stake BNB with Ledger? I know I can stake with Stater, but I don't really like liquid staking. I feel like that's riskier, even if I often higher APY. I think it depends on the chain you're talking about, because there's two Binance chains, right? There's the Smart Chain and there's the Binance Beacon chain. I think both of them have very, very high requirements when it comes to staking. I'm sure it's possible to do it, but you would need like a lot of BNB to be able to stake, especially on Binance Smart Chain. You would need like probably like 21, I think I've heard the number like 21,000 BNB being floated just to be a validator. So like it's very expensive, and we don't have documentation about it, but it might be possible. Just be careful when you explore the internet in search of documentation about it. Don't get scammed, right? Don't share your 24-hour recovery phrase. We're happy to do some research for you, but send us an email so we can have that conversation in a safe place.
Yeah, but currently only with Stater, yeah.
Stater, yeah.
On Ledger Live, only with Stater.
Okay, cool. I guess we will have to go.
Yeah, I have to go.
Thank you guys all for coming. It was a pleasure, as usual. Thank you, Daisy.
Thank you. It was great to be here.
Absolutely. We hope to see you back soon. We will be back. So tomorrow will be Pringle and myself, 4:30 CET, so Paris time. So if you have any questions, if your question didn't make it into the chat this time, then come tomorrow, maybe early, so we can get your question and get your questions answered. And then, thanks, Daisy, again.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
See you again.
Don't share your recovery phrase.
Stay safe.
Bye.